Well, if you're not from Maine, you may think Goodyear when you hear the word blimp. But around here, the blimp means just one thing, WBLM radio.
It's one of the most successful stations in the country, and one guy in particular has been around for much of the ride. We'll get to him in a minute. But first, while there, I couldn't resist a trip down the hall to another great station in town and another great morning team to see what they think about the guy I'm about to profile. Meredith and Jeff weren't in that day, but here's Lori and Ted.
Which one is he?
The balding one down the hall.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, nice guy.
Say a few words.
Kind of chatty, but no, he's the captain. I mean, he is. He's a legend.
He will come in 30 seconds before he has to go on the radio, walk right straight into the studio, onto the microphone, and sound like he's been practicing for 3 hours what he's about to say.
And they're pretty good themselves. But tonight, it's all about the captain. Sit down with Herb Ivy and you'll find an articulate, sensitive, intelligent guy who quotes Thoreau, among others. But what he really knows is rock and roll. The station may have gone on the air in 1973 playing elevator music.
102.9 WBLM.
But within just a few years, WBLM had found its groove in classic rock and roll.
BLM, hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
And for the past 24 years, one guy has been at the helm. They call him the captain.
Yeah, we have Brian from Channel 13 this morning, and they're doing a piece on the morning show, and so we have a camera in front of us today, so we're not self-conscious at all. How are you today, Celeste? You look very nice.
Herb Ivy came to BLM in 1985, the first job offer he got after graduating from UVA, and the beginning of a lifelong dream.
I think when I was 6 years old, you kind of knew. Like my brother and I used to keep charts of all the singles. You know, we used to buy 45s. We keep like meticulous charts. And then I was like in high school and college in bands and theater. And then in college, I got involved with the college radio station, and that was it.
Born in England and a guitar player himself, his roots were always in rock and roll.
It was always rock and roll for me. At a very early, really, really early age, this is what it was going to be. So I still feel like I'm, you know, 13 years old, you know, still hanging out playing tunes for people, so it's good.
Rock station, love that band forever and ever and ever. 102.9 WBLM.
There are just a handful of stations around the country that have stuck to the classic rock format as long as the blimp. The formula works because there isn't one, and keeping it fresh is Ivy's mission as both program director and morning show co-host.
After 20-something years, I want to give myself enough rope to hang myself every morning and see if I can get out of it. We plan for at least a good show, and it never goes where you think it's going to, because the audience will pick up on something, or you'll get a phone call.
Like this one, for instance.
BLM.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I heard a song a couple of weeks ago, and I know the guitar riff, but I cannot seem to find the song anywhere.
Okay, do the riff for me, bro.
It's bow, bow, down, bow, bow, bow.
So,
you gotta love a job to get up at the crack of dawn for a couple of decades, and this is just the kind of radio moment that makes it all worthwhile.
When we hear it, we're gonna know it. Not that. Not that. That's it. So for me, if I can give people a half hour or an hour of something that's light and fun, and they're hearing their favorite tune, and maybe you put a smile on their face, then maybe you've done, you know, your little part.
He makes it look and sound easy, and that makes him a classic, too.
I got it. He's right. Sean's right. It's from Nothing Fancy. It's a tune called On the Hunt. It goes something like this. Way to go, Sean! Oh, that is the best.
I want to thank the captain and Celeste for opening up the WBLM studio to us. It was a great time. And Captain, here's to another 25 years on the air. I'm pretty sure the Stones will still be touring.
And to top it all off, he's a nice guy, too.